In this video, we're going to look at Industry Skills Assessment Task 6. So with this assessment task, you're required to reflect on an observation that your trainer will do on you related to your ability to communicate and work effectively in an allied health environment. So there's two parts to this, and it'll be based on the two different observations that you do. So once you've done this observation, if you prefer to take the quiz, you'll see that there's going to be questions for you to reflect on. So you need to identify what you did well when you were interacting with the client and what you could improve on. Discuss the client interactions with your assessor and your supervisor and explain how you communicate and establish rapport with the client. So what did you do to make sure that you were able to kind of build that relationship with your client at the start? And what suggestions did your trainer then make to you to improve the way that you interacted? For question 3, what changes would you make based on your own reflection and the feedback that you were given by your assessor? If we have a look at part 2 of this will then be done after the second observation, and there's a few more questions. So you need to describe how your assessor or supervisor's feedback and personal reflection about your first observation improved the client interaction for your second observation. You need to identify if you are happier with how you interact during the second observation and why or why not. You also need to suggest 3 ways that the clinic you are working at could improve their work practices or procedures. Now, this is just your own personal opinion. This isn't something that then needs to be shared with them. You need to then answer the following. So how could you promote the changes to other staff that may prefer doing things the old way? Because that's something that you see a lot of the time. People become very stuck in a certain way of doing things. So to be able to change their perception and realize that it's going to be for the better can often be a very challenging thing. What education, support and role modelling would you implement to ensure that the changes are successfully implemented? And then the last question, to discuss your skills and knowledge development needs with your assessor or supervisor related to 2 skills or types of knowledge that you need to develop and 2 options for developing each of these skills or knowledge identified, and also when and where you will access this additional skills or knowledge development. So these 2 assessment tasks will both relate to those observations that you'll find in Industry Skills Assessment Task 6. If you have any questions with these, please chat with your trainer and they'll be able to provide further clarification.